In a previous video, I went over how to reorder inventory based on previous sales volume. This is the video right here. I encourage you to take a look. In this video, I'm going to go over how to accomplish the same thing, but with multiple warehouses. So I'm going to pick up where this video left off and just speak on having multiple warehouses. So there's a few things to consider when having multiple warehouses. And the first one is whether or not you're going to order individually for each warehouse or buy in bulk, ship to one warehouse, then resupply your other warehouses and only take into consideration total sales. So in this example here, we're going to look at product one. And for product one, we have a minimum resupply of 5,500. And this would be the minimum resupply for the all sales, so the total for all of our warehouses combined. We have 2,000 in warehouse 2, but we're going to remove that and mark this as 0. Now, in the first scenario, we want to only order from our vendor 1 from our first warehouse, our warehouse stock location. This is our main warehouse where we do all of our ordering. And then we'll just simply resupply warehouse 2 with the products it needs. So you might want to have a specific number here for the minimum reordering rule or the 12-week supply as we renamed it, depending on how you want to manage this. Let's say that we sell 2,000 products in a 12-week span for product 1, and then for product 1 in our main warehouse, we sell 5,500. So 7,500 units move through our combined warehouses in a 12-week period. Currently, we have no inventory in either warehouse for this. Now, what we want to do is resupply warehouse 2 with warehouse 1. And the way we can do that is by going to our warehouses. We'll go into warehouse 2, and you'll see this resupply from. And this allows us to resupply from our warehouse 1. We also have the option to buy to resupply, but this just allows us to easily resupply from warehouse 1, and Odoo will automatically create the routes we need in order to move the products across the system. So now going back to replenishment, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to order this product, and under preferred routes, what I'll do is select supply product from warehouse 1. So this will force the system to create a receipt in warehouse 2 and a delivery order in warehouse 1. And that'll allow us to transfer these products back from warehouse 1 to warehouse 2. And in this scenario, we don't have any inventory in warehouse 1. So what that's going to do is force warehouse 1 to purchase even more products to cover the 2,000 in warehouse 2. So keep an eye on this to order number here. Once I click order once, that'll increase to 7,500. And the reason why it increased to 7,500 is because we need to now supply warehouse 2 with the 2,000 units it needs. So now I need to order this. And now I've ordered it. If we go to purchase, we'll see 7,500 units on order. If I go into warehouse 2, I'm going to look at our operations for warehouse 2. We see we have one pending receipt. And this receipt is from our warehouse. And we see it for 2,000 units. If we look in our delivery orders for warehouse 1, we'll see that we're sending 2,000 units of product 1 to our warehouse 2 stock. So this is essentially an inter-warehouse transfer. and this will allow us to move the product seamlessly across our system, and we account for the demand in warehouse 2 in this scenario. Now, once we get those products in, we'll be able to move those across the system as usual. So the next way we might handle this is by buying these products separately from our vendors, depending on which warehouse needs the inventory. So I'm just going to cancel our purchase order here, just so we can use the same example. And in our inventory, I'll cancel our receipt in warehouse 2. And let's just see if our delivery order got canceled. It did not, so I'll cancel that as well. Now going back to our replenishment screen, we have our everything back to how it was when we started, 5,500 in warehouse 1, 2,000 in warehouse 2. So now what we can do is simply click the buy route. We have our preferred vendor here, and these vendors are pulled from the product vendor list. Now all we would do is simply act as normal, where we select what we want to order and we click order. And in this scenario, we're going to create 2 purchase orders, one for warehouse 1 and one for warehouse 2. And the reason being is if you're buying them separately, then of course you would want them shipped to your respective warehouses. And if you want to buy them together, then you would resupply from your warehouse 1 and allow warehouse 1 to make the order. So once I click order here, we can go into our purchase and we should see 2 vendor 1 purchase orders or RFQs, one for 500 units and one for 2,000 units. So this is how you can handle it, this entire ordering process with multiple warehouses. Of course, it can get much more complex the more warehouses you have. So it really just depends on how your ordering structure goes, if you order to one warehouse or multiple warehouses. And you don't always have to follow one way. You can change these depending. Maybe you have an East Coast warehouse and a West Coast warehouse, and sometimes you order to the West Coast warehouse, and sometimes you order to the East Coast warehouse. In that case, what you want to do is make sure that in your warehouse settings, in each of your warehouses, you have the resupply from. And if you had even another warehouse, warehouse 3, you can resupply from each of them. So you want to make sure these are enabled, like we have them enabled on warehouse 2, so that you can interchange between the warehouses depending on where you decide to order from.